Welcome to this video on the simmering conflict between the UK government and civil service unions. We'll be taking an in-depth look at the dispute, its potential impacts, the reactions of the different sides, and the attempts by the government to resolve the issue. The key point of contention between the government and civil service unions is a pay rise that the government proposed for workers. As reported this week, the government proposed a pay increase of 4.5% to 5% and declared it non-negotiable. This offer was met with criticism from the unions, who characterized it as insulting. One of the unions currently in the midst of dispute is the Public and Commercial Services Union. This 100,000-plus member union has been involved in a wave of strikes recently, and is currently holding a ballot to continue industrial action. Meanwhile, another union, the FDA, which represents senior civil servants, is holding an emergency meeting to consider authorizing a strike. The FDA last held a strike over 10 years ago. The government's proposal has been compared to an offer being consulted on by NHS staff. NHS staff are reportedly being offered a bonus, plus a 5% pay increase for 2023-24. Tensions are rising as the civil service unions, including the Prospect Union with tens of thousands of members, have announced strike action taking place in early May and June. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, spoke this week on the issue while in Washington. He asserted that the government was willing to accept short-term economic damage from strike action, though it refused to budge on the pay rise offer. He also stated that the government was aiming to prevent these same arguments from happening again in the future. Downing Street has made some attempts to end the disagreement, including offering a one-time payment for the current financial year for NHS workers. As of yet, this has not been enough to end the disputes, which continue to rage against teachers and junior doctors along with those from the civil service unions. The simmering tensions between the UK government and civil service unions have the potential to cause disruption and affects the country's citizens and services. Pay rises that are considered fair and reasonable by both sides need to be agreed upon in order to end the dispute, and end any further potential of strike action and disruption. Whether this can be achieved in the near future remains to be seen. Thanks for joining us in this video, and we'll keep you updated as the situation evolves.